So, US-led airstrikes on Islamic State militants appear to be failing to stop the advance of the extremists into Kurdish areas in northern Syria, with more deaths and IS claiming new territorial gains. At least 30 people were killed in 2 suicide attacks on checkpoints run by Kurdish fighters in the city of Hasaka. While in Kobani, on the Turkish border, IS raised its black flag on a building on the outskirts of the town, as Kurdish sources reported that more than 2,000 people had been evacuated in the face of the IS advance. Parwer Ali has this report.
On the outskirts of Kobani, fighters for the so-called Islamic State hunker down behind a tank for a break and an ironic sing-song. We step on our enemies, they sing, say hello to the PKK, strike America, our state is victorious. And this is what they're taking a break from. One of the most decisive pressure points of this conflict. Today, new footage, the black IS flag planted just outside the town on a mountain known locally as the Garden of Light. And then these pictures, the flag raised on a building in Kobani itself. On the roofs of other buildings between the satellite dishes, the counter-offensive, the Free Syrian Army, Kurdish protection units. And even with this incongruous alliance, Kobani still hangs in the balance. They're the ones that are doing the fighting. These are the ones that are not, yet. If IS take Kobani, they'll go toe-to-toe with Turkish tanks lining up along the border today. So, what of Turkey? The Prime Minister speaking today, hedging his bets.
Are you prepared to save Kobani?
We will do everything possible to help people of Kobani because they are our brothers and sisters. We don't see them as Kurds or Turkoman or Arabs. If there is a need of intervention to Kobani, we are telling that there is a need of intervention to all Syria, all of our border.
It was also reported today that 2 British jihadis were among scores of militant prisoners handed back to the Islamic State by Turkey in return for the release of diplomats 2 weeks ago. The advance of IS also continues on another front, into the consciousness of another American family.
My name is Ed Kassig, and this is my wife, Paula. I'm a school teacher, and my wife is a nurse who works with refugees. Our son is Abdul Rahman, formerly known as Peter. He disappeared on October 1st of last year near Raqqa, Syria.
The parents of the latest US hostage, an aid worker and convert to Islam, have released a letter he had written in captivity. In it, he says, "I'm obviously pretty scared to die. If I do die, I figure that at least you and I can seek refuge and comfort in knowing that I went out as a result of trying to alleviate suffering and helping those in need."
Most of all, know that we love you, and our hearts ache for you to be granted your freedom so we can hug you again and then set you free to continue the life you have chosen. The life of service to those in greatest need.
Another family feeling the shadow of the IS flag, joining the thousands of others in Kobani with a view of it from their windows.